The other thing I think about this relational stuff is that sometimes academia feels like it taints the scientific process. When you all agree upon a design, it's okay if we talk and get along, because besides mixed methods, there's multiple, I always write multiple sources of data. Not just a survey, not just a talking circle, but multiple sources of data, because it's a very active and rich context that you're in. And one thing that I always say to academia is, you have to remember the written word is not privileged in Indian country, in indigenous settings. Oral histories rule. Some of our teachings come through tens of thousands of years. And you know, when they say this one person has all the knowledge of the institution, it probably is that way, but it also, there's a racial or a traditional aspect to that, because that we transfer knowledge orally, and our elders say that people are smarter than books because books can't talk back. That means the oral word versus the written word or the published word. And, you know, just remembering that all the strengths base you kind of talked about, the aspirations, we try to write down strengths base, and how do you build upon that? Because I think the literature base not only is missing just indigenous voices in general, even if it is about disparities, you know, research, you know, what are graduation rates, you know, a lot of the studies don't have any Native kids in. But they also don't write down what works, and that's where we come from. You write about what works.
What works, yeah.
You know, because evaluation is your teacher. Natives, at least my traditional natives, have said it's not good or bad, it just is. They're all teachers, no matter what happens. Yeah. And so to being able to, like, you know, be around folks, pick up on those subtleties, remember that everything's not going to be in SPSS, electronic, Excel, or whatever format, is a really big deal.
And I like what you said about tainting the data, you know, because I think I'm quite happy to say I'm biased. I'm biased because, you know, if you want to recenter a world that's been marginalised, you've got to be on the side of that world. And I really love what Linda Smith has to say. She said, you know, of course we're biased, but we're rigorous. We're rigorous evaluators and researchers. Anyone who wants to look through the layers of our data and our analysis will see the strength of our conclusions, because we're good at our work. And being, you know, it's like, how could you enter a community and not be there to sit and listen and to understand? And I think that's what it means to be on someone's side.